Exactly.
Let's go and introduce our bots here. I believe, yep, we're in game, ready to go. We've got our blue Terran up in the top left, foReiBot.
And his opponent down here on the bottom right-hand corner of the map, it is MindMe going for a Forge.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. This one seems to be, at least what it's doing so far, it seems to be a defensive cannon rush, or not cannon rush, but defensive cannons. So that could be interesting as well.
It's still a cannon rush, right?
It is a rush to them.
For the cannon. You're just not rushing your opponent.
Exactly. And this might be good against Reapers, that it kind of can hold them out. We'll see where the cannons end up going.
Oh, the probe! Oh, it wanted so badly to build that cannon, but the SCVs were not letting it. I don't know why it didn't just go for it. It would have made it there. Anyway.
I think we've seen this exact behavior here before too, where MindMe makes this ring around a single pylon, but it does this weird thing of targeting and retargeting where to put it until it finally decides.
Oh yeah, interesting. I thought it was because the SCVs were right there that it was causing the probe to.
It's done this before because even with no harassment, it did the exact same thing, and then we've even seen it actually face Reapers. And the Reapers didn't really know what to do, and that one clearly didn't know what to do either. We are getting quite a bit of a macro game here, but the Terran is going to move forward with a pretty sizable bioforce, and there's 4 cannons here, but not a lot of army in front of it. If they could get rid of this army, then taking down these cannons, even without targeting the pylon, is actually going to be reasonably easy.
Yeah, I think it definitely could do a lot of damage. We'll see if the army pulls back at all. It's just going to actually dive forward and fight out of cannon range. Definitely would want to get within that range. He's going to start losing stalkers as well. They fall so quickly to the Marauder fire. The Marines have all but died off, but the Marauders are all he needs now to keep pushing through. Oh, man, every stim's going to weaken them, but they still are just uncontested and shredding through. We might see a second base go down here.
Yeah, there's nothing that can stop them at this moment. The Zealot is just going to continue to come in single file, and with the concussive shells, is just going to get nowhere near it. Like he's still making out of gateways individually. Like there's no warp gate research here.
Critical mass of Marauder that he needed to just shut down. Because watch, the Zealot's going to come in. It's going to get so close, but it's going to die. Oh, it gets one. Does get one.
One hit.
So in theory,
a probe there.
Yeah, I think actually eventually it will clean through this. Whether it saves the base or not, that's the real question. One Stalker does get a few shots off. Now the Marauders have focused to the cannon. The cannon will actually clean up all but 2.
Oh, the sentry here. Can the sentry save the world? I think he may end up saving this Nexus, as there's just going to be enough to clean this up, and there's no reinforcers coming. He is getting Void Rays behind it as well. So that's actually a really, really big save.
Wow.
To be able to keep that alive. Now the bio is going to move out again, but this time supported by 2 tanks, and that's going to make it very hard to whittle away once they're in a good position. And there's just not a lot here. Yeah,
the Colossus could save the day, I'm hoping.
The fleet beacon as well could be quite interesting, but that's it's a ways off, and he just doesn't have anywhere near enough units here. And of course, no static defense at the moment.
Yeah, it's going to be his undoing. A little tiny skirmish here. The Void Ray going to attempt to flee here, but so many Marines with stim will be able to get the shields down. Actually, the Void Ray is staying out of range very nicely here. So the tanks have been kind of separated from the army just a little bit. And again, no medevacs here, so maybe this eventually gets cleaned up. But it's just going to deal so much damage. Yeah, there we go. We finally do see that base fall. And now the Protoss is just going to fall further and further behind. Come on, Colossus. Do your thing.
The Marauders going after the Phoenix, not knowing that they can't shoot it. This is largely a result of just overstimming here, that the bio is getting cleaned up even a little bit. There's a Colossus will come and deal with the 2 Marauders at the bottom. He's at least going to be able to save that base for the time being, but the Colossus will walk into the tanks. But the Zealot is actually going to help take that out as well.
Save the
Will he keep it? He does. Just barely, but does. And he is getting a Tempest out now. We're getting, I guess, what was going to be a 4th base. Another Stargate coming. he's going to be hurting on gas a lot with what he's doing. But I like that the Protoss is also continuing to get upgrades, getting Blink. We haven't seen that used super effectively, but our Terran is getting upgrades as well, and his army gets stronger and stronger. And he definitely has the numerical advantage. He's going to for sure catch all this out.
Oh, the Colossus gets a few kills, but the big army does catch it. MindMe loves to live on the razor's edge, it seems, but I think he's about to fall down the wrong side of it here. Oh, one Tempest. How is he able to even?
The Tempest is trying to kill the rocks. Yeah, he does have the other base. Something is confusing. Like that Phoenix that's scouting or like poking around in the middle is just holding back foRei's forces a lot and preventing them from actually coming in as a unit to attack. And if they're only ever coming after this Tempest, like 5 Marines at a time, they're never going to kill it.
Yeah, well, and that MindMe needs time, and that's perfect. That the Phoenix is, kind of screwing up the army AI a little bit and pulling them apart. One Immortal now trying to fight some Marauders and with a Tempest and a Stalker. Oh, it's just so close, but not enough. Every single fight seems to go our blue Terran's way here, just barely.
Yeah, good Tempest micro here. The Marines stim forward to try and go after it, but again, 2 or 3 of them just aren't going to get the job done. And then the single cannon will help hold this off. Will it finally go down?
The base ball in here, I think that's going to seal the deal. There's just not enough income, not enough units finally to be able to come out. I think if MindMe had focused a little bit more on just a little bit more army and a little bit less, rushing up to Tempest maybe, getting out a few more zealots. Each one of those fights could have gone just a little bit better, and that's how you stack upon it and eventually come in. But foReiBot, playing very well, able to looks like going to be able to seal the deal here. Well, what a game though. That was still a lot of fun. Yeah, if MindMe had just been a little less greedy there, maybe one less cannon in the main, because I think there were 2 in the main base there at the start. Just put one of those down in the natural and one of them not at all.